Oh, hello, Alpha. Alright, let us not keep Sir Emmerich waiting. Are you quite well, Tancred? Yes, quite well. Forgive me. You have given me a rather lot to digest. This whole affair of Bushguard intervened. Our affair is nowhere to be found. It would seem there is no end to our troubles. We can but face them head on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks, and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Tancred, we found you as they found me. In time, we will find Ida Papalimo, and Minfilia as well. These troubles will soon but be a memory, one which we will look back on together. Pray, do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventures at one of its more triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough, and you may rest assured that I will play my part in them as well. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. Alright, can we go meet with Lucia? You have returned, in this, at least the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. Please me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Emmerich's invitation. She has. These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander be were here to hear them? Ah, is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a knife to the gut. What happened? Will he live? The Chargans tell me he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmond and Lord Arturiel not been on hand when the assassins struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of our own, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but every one we put out, it seems like two more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. These fires were started by assassins, conspirators. Until they have been routed up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? So there's assassins in town now. Okay. Then let us be about it. Flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witness must be found. Suspect must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise location where the fires were set? Mayhap there's a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern. Fires have been reported throughout the city in both pillars and the foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it is best to divide our forces. Master Alfano and Yashtola, I would have you take charge of the investigation in the fountain. As you wish, Master. Mayhap Tataru can be assistance as well. Me and Pedios and me get to the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue strict keen pose over there be joining us? Tancred of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. May I say what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady? I bet the name's Hilda, a Scion, eh? And there I was thinking I found a fellow ruffian amongst these illustrious personages. I will remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you heard aught of value, pray inform me immediately, that is all. All we could manage through questioning a random passerby. In my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Million the four tips. I don't care of him that much. They say he could gossip for his guard. Here's the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion? Maybe at the Crozy, most like, making an effort to be seen, so let's go and see him. Will I accept it, old? Huh. Looking for Red Glum. Something the matter, Oh yes, Jason's address for business. I'm awfully curious. When you say there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason at all, naturally we've doubled the guard outside the manor along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames after all. Well, in case you were wondering why the top one is washed with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Amrick's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, if you were thinking of questioning refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hoplon. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent. Wait a moment, I know what that is. You're giving me one of those looks. You do me an injustice. I will have you know my heart yearns for but one. Rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain convinced. Very well, it will help you to prove the purity of my intentions. Shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I was hoping for, but whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts while you question the refugees in the Hoplon. I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you go and be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your smoke boss. Makes sense. Hoplon. Where the heck is that? It's all the way up here, right? Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard about our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. Come, my brothers and sisters, there is food and shelter, enough for all the Basilica. Alon's blessing be upon you, Father. I confess we were not sure if you should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days, while the Archbishop and Sir Emmerich and the Gervanians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men, seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, miss? So the Temple Knights have begun an investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. Are you brainwashing them, though? You're probably brainwashing them. Ah, suspicious. Let's talk to Melee. There a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere. It was so hot, I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed it. Maybe my arm is getting better after all. Rendezvous Tancred. Where's Tancred? All the way there? Oh, there you are. Anything to share? We will require more than the muddled testimony of a traumatized. We are to identify the culprit. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including near St. Romanus Cathedral, and then near the Tribunal. For mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthless, efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on 2 occasions when the target was a bastion of the Guardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give me one cause to wonder, Alphino. Doubtless have an opinion. Off now. Silence will avail you not, sir. That is, I was about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. We found this man lodging near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to our witness, he was also imprisoned before the fires broke out. He wished to have words, he did not, so we insisted. Let me go, dammit. You got the wrong man. The But you reek of oil, and are those burns on your hands an occupational hazard, I suppose? But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, imbecile, look at me. Aye, that you are after fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun a delightful yarn about how this pet Mongol slipped a leash and they set about burning half the city to ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to push you down. That's Pollock. He's the one that he's the one that told me to keep going. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the fear's word, he said. I'd left it behind, tried to, with all my heart, sending prayers every day like a good man, but he came to me. There you have it, Hilda. Would you be so kind as to escort a friend here to the congregation? Alright, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Tancred, but how did you know he would confess? Well, I have seen likes of him before. A troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I could be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captive had called your bluff, must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Tancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that the Arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think best we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. On behalf of the Holy See, I thank you all. Emmanuel apprehended is being interrogated as we speak, though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his master. He will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon and treason, First Commander. Lord Arturiel, you come to see your father. He is attempting Sarah Merrick in his chamber at present. I am. He bid me bring you this salve. And do not let me disdain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. My Lord Arturiel did not seem to be in the best of spirits. It's little wonder, Master of No. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their Arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
We have to assault the vault again? Are you kidding me?
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms, then, friends. Time is against us.
Let's go. To the vault we go. Got the rendezvous of Emmerich at the pillars, right? Where is he exactly? That's near the Corsi, I think. I guess it's just over here. As well, we will enter the Basilica. Silently via this gate. According to our latest report, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the brothers of the faith are unknown. I'm told one claimed to have served under Torden 7. Might to be the same true for the rest. Given the swiftness which they seek to control the vault, I think highly likely, which means that they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defense against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Arturiel, you are a brave man, true, and none would dare question your honor if you choose not to risk your life in this endeavor. I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter, my shield will not break. alone as my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Fiends, follow me. Friends, follow me, I mean. Yeah, friends, follow me, not fiends. Friends. Alright, let's go. We defeated the Archbishop. He can't be any stronger than the Archbishop, right? The Archbishop was powerful. These guys are like...
Down with you! You underestimate me!
Sir Simon, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give him a word. Some word of the Holy Flame. Ah, the word of a heretic and Kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the Archbishop. He didn't kill the Archbishop, though. I did. Yeah, he didn't kill the Archbishop, though. The Archbishop tried to kill us. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive the Fury's judgment. So it is to be a trial, then, Lord Artorial? Just leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Semrenard. Where are we going? Yeah, but where the heck are we going? This way? Oh, there it is. Right there. see. I could go around like this way. Let's see. Now I have to go save Sir Emmerich. Alright, let's go save Sir Emmerich now. Please don't kill off Sir Emmerich. Please, just don't kill off Sir Emmerich. If you kill off Sir Emmerich here, I'm gonna be pissed. Dude, you guys are cheaters. It's like, you guys are doing 5 against 1. That was not very obvious.
This knight does not yield!
Size, here we go. Take that. And boom. Done. Easy. Where's the last hostage is up there, right? So we got them all. Is there another boss after this? Who took melee? Oh no. Let's try the priest took melee upstairs when he saw you. I love your child will save your friend. Yeah, we go upstairs next. Let's go. Let's go stop him.
Where is he? Where is he?
Seriously? It's just a kid, come on.
Come no closer!
Fucking priest. He's like taking a kid hostage and like dangling the kid from the top of the castle.
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. He did let go of that freaking...
Goodbye. Vidafne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Oh, Melia's voice, that's pretty cool. I didn't notice that.
Thou art welcome, child.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Freysfelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Javanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Holshifar in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
What a pity Vera could not stay longer. And I think it's fair to say she tended her departure rather less well than her arrival. Oh, time scarcely does justice, but 1 moment later would have been a moment too late. Those British guardians who had yet harbored doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmeric's words. Well, this means that I informed Tataru of what has occurred here. If you have need for me, I shall be at Fortemps Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. Moment, I wish a word. Tell me, does Tancred seem quite well to you? He held his own in the vault. He got on well enough with Hilda. I'm not sure how to put into words, but he got on well enough with Hilda. He seemed to be doing fine with Hilda. Oh, that I have no doubt. His time in the wilderness did not deprive him of his charm. But that is neither here or there. What concerns me is his etheric flow, which I fear has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate Aether has been compromised. Simply put, Tancred may no longer be able to wield magic. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey, and when he learned that a nearby beastred was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But it is still a little more than speculation until I have proof. Pray speak no word of it. So Tancred cannot use magic anymore. Okay. Alright then, I should be on my way. Clearly you may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it will last? Yeah, let's go check up on Alfino at the manor then.
That Vidofnia should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue. But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emeric was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince Houses Durandare and Zemail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count? You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Haurchefant would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You are a sister to Haurchefant. Will you be a sister to me as well?
Just one thing. Please don't die. Just please don't die and everything's gonna be fine, okay?
Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For Father, and for Sir Emeric, and for Ishgard. To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
Listen, thy proof, the Charian Oracles Apocrypha. This truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning, and of the past we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago are gone. The Guardians are no exceptions, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Who's this? Who is this? Oh, that's Yida and Papalima. Well, everyone has their orders. The Masked will attack as soon as all the units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. But Rygar, it had better be. We cannot stay here forever, Yida. We have more responsibilities. I'm a fool how merciless are, and I mean to fulfill them, every one. Alpha, I've been looking all over for you. What is it? We've received news from regarding Fallman, Corey Boulder, and Colstead. Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned that Sion's good name has been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Lim Salaminsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are. When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. Quite, but what wonderful news to think that our reunion is close at hand. A pleasure to see you too, Alphina. Tancred, Curly, what brings the two of you? Ben and I have been looking in how we might track down Minfilia. And we may have just found the answer. Oh, really? When you were fleeing Old Minfilia, you said that Highland spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, right? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Highland commanded her to remain behind. So that is to say, Mother Crystal directly intercede to guide Minfilia. Apparently this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the Aether. Or Whirlpool, if you will. In order to establish the existence of a Whirlpool, of course we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found, the battleground where Patios fell the Ultima weapon, on the site of my personal installment. It was there that Hanor intervened to shield her from the magic I invoked. Curly and I, Gastrom and allied leads her there. The two of you alone have a proven knack for subterfuge, and I am confident that there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Crelly while the patrols pass. Besides, if you and Patios come along, who will see to Foreign's grand homecoming? When you put it like that, very well, I trust your plan. I know not whether this data will yield means to find Minfilia, but it will at least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Fletcher and I will return to the rest stones and prepare preparations. Alright. And I'll go back to fighting monsters. Yeah, I'll see you there once you're ready. Alright. I'll meet you there eventually, once I'm done doing stuff here in Ishgard. Gears. Do I need to prepare my gear? No. Okay, good. Yeah, let's go on the pedestal. So, I have duty here to do, right? Alexander, Fist of the Fist of the Father. What's the item level for this? 170. I have 270. I should be good then. This place is sick. Alexander, the Fist of the Father. Okay. I like the music. Has like a pretty big beat to it, right? fighting this boss fast. I'm sure there's a storm ball. I don't have physical attacks. Awesome. We killed him before Holy came out. That was only the first one, though. Let's queue up for the second one. There's probably cutscenes first before I do get the other one, right? Yes, there is cutscenes. Expertly done, adventurer. Oh, it's no biggie. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, it's a like goblin guy. Sorry, Rundrox could not stay away. So many new treasures here. Says, oh, you mean the odd bits and the odd bobs? Well, little ones, these machina are yours to take. Some of them are rather beautiful, I must admit. Then there are pretty machines from ugly, just like Rundrox. Yeah. Is there? I'll keep an eye on her. Damn it, I was so sure. Uplanders are unwise to come, but must avoid treasure hunter. But Shishik is not here for not in all of Cordias. I lived quite brief. Cumics all taught all those Master of the Illuminati. The Master of the Illuminati? Okay. Oh, it's this guy. It's the guy we were looking for last time, right? Cooties are backstrapped with boom dust. Uplander shoots, everybody goes kaboom boom. Uplander E catches tongue flaps at Master. Enigma Codex, repents King is gone. Illuminati are already undertaking a Alexander initiative. Foolish Gobby. Secrets are kept silent. Tongue flaps never traded with outsiders. As quick tinks, not orders so many times. Master, forgive noise making of empty head. Gobby did not think. Please, Gobby will take any punishment, just not the worst one. Now. Why are you shooting us? Blood for fallen Gobbikin. Yeah, I think so too. The Enigma Codex. What is the Enigma Codex? Yes, young one, my treasure. Putting my house face to face with the head of Illuminati, sounds like you had quite a venture in this Alexander initiative. Has got me wondering, your reckoning might be a giant's name. No sign of the core though, eh? Well, just have to look further in. I'll let the chief know anyway. He'll be happy to hear Mide and Rodrox are safe too. Those two haven't stopped talking about machines since they got back. I can't say I've ever thought of junk as pretty, but each to their own. It seems eager to forge forward to the machine. Aether's ready to have another go at finding the giant's core. Sure, we can go. Wedge, could you, Wedge, stop listening to that bloody link bro. Word through along this front door, they know we're blocking their code. But just as much as into the new communication, if you give me a memento. Deft Uplanders, I think we may have started a war. Oh, we know that already, Wedge. Cure Cuff of the Fodder now accessible, so that's the next raid, right? Yeah. Let's do that. Oh, okay, I have to go over there. Okay. Cuff of the Fodder. Looks like it's going to be starting. cool music in here. Cool music. This sort of Oh, you guys started already? Let's do this. More of them. Tank these guys. And the pass forward. Should have bombed. Okay, I'm assuming these bombs are back. Shit, I just respawned right on top of him. I should have respawned it too. Alright, forward. Forward it again. Perfect, you got it. Easy enough. Easy enough. Oh, there's a bomb falling. Kaboom. Duty complete. Pass on that, pass on that. Pass on that, pass on that. Checking out the recommendation. Do a good job. Zip. Let's go. Shush, our planter is amazing. Our planter is strong. Bigger than 10 gobbies. Ah, there you are, old friend. I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever find you. Pig's account left something to be desired, so I thought best to see the interior with my own eyes. Careful, it's dangerous in here. They're attacking everybody. A treasure hunter, true and true. Tell me, what exactly do you hope to find here? Ever heard about the Enigma Cortex? It's a book of ideas written some 100 years past, the life's work of one of the greatest technologists I ever to draw breath. Within its patches are found myriad wonders, from designs of machina that could operate ceaselessly for centuries to novel ways of culturing. Jeez, even a fragment of the book could bring a king's ransom. But most remarkable of all are the plans for a walking citadel. It was not to be a beacon of logic and reason for all of the world. A walking citadel? 7 hells, we're standing in it, aren't we? The Illuminati's Primal took its form from that idea. But I sense none of this is news to you. You've read it then, the Sigma Cortex. The design catered for every mindful thing. From warm beds to crops of grain, its occupants would never have to leave, and all in a fortress on feet, impenetrable and ready to move at a moment's notice. The Citadels was meant to bear the most brilliant scholars and artificer of the age to all 4 corners of the world, that they might set about unraveling the mysteries of creation. And this utopia, the shining seat of erudition, was to be called Alexander. Crucial, if Roundrocks lived in a walking castle, Roundrock could collect treasure from everywhere. Indeed, you could, little one, and anything you found, be it junk, forgotten teachings, or lost secrets, were yours for the taking. And what exactly would Illuminati do with all this knowledge? They would use it to take control, most likely create a world ruled by a few chosen scholars. Unless I'm mistaken, that's why Illuminati exists. Well, you fanatics, take a perfectly good idea and make it into an object of faith. What could possibly go wrong? I can well imagine how people who have spent decades carrying their homes on their backs might crave a home that could carry them. How such a place could be seen as an utopia. But we're not talking about a machine here. We're talking about Primal, and Primals would be the death of us all. I trust you'll be ready when things come to head, Patios. Of course, I'm a professional, Sid. Have you seen how I destroy Primals with my arm? I just wave it around and they're gone. I do like, wee. Where's junk aplenty? Roundrock is happy. Where is happy lace of men? Wherever he is. The innermost cortex sounds amazing. A walking citadel is one thing. The self-sustaining walking citadel. Genius, it's just a pity that why you have to go and make a bleeding crumble of it. From what I understand, this Alexander was active for no more than a few seconds. That's the seconds. But it may drain the interlives of Aether. Imagine what it'd do if it wandered the whole bleeding life. I don't think Groundrox realize how much danger we're in. Too busy hunting for new treasures. Probably for the best, though, right? Yeah, I don't think he knows how much danger. I don't think he cares for danger. Yeah. Judging by that twinkle in Big's eye, say he has a plan. We've got ourselves a problem. But don't worry, the chief has a plan. Speaking of him, chief, over here. President Crack, I see. Good. Something has been nagging at me for a while. I finally realized what it is. Concerned communications match intercepted. So we know that the Illuminati have managed to establish a base inside the Colossus, meaning they must also have found a way to pierce the magic barrier. Assuming that's the case, what need have they used the only hatch which the barrier doesn't protect? Why go to the trouble of sending coded messages on how about nothing? Master spies, I believe the Illuminati have an agent outside the Colossus, most like in Shire itself, who is using the hatch as a back door. Now this agent will know we've broken their code, that the hatch is constantly watched, so he won't have been able to use it for some time. As such, he'll always be desperate to re-establish contact with the inside. That's why I've cleared the area around the giant's head. All we need to do now is watch and wait and follow whoever makes a dash for the hatch. Chief, an incurred Paul from Red Bricks. He says the Blayflocks went inside, but he can't be. No, it must be an impersonator, Chief. Whoever we met earlier was a spy. Quick, we've got to go after her. Father and now accessible, so now we have to run after a spy. Alright, we gotta go to the spy. There's a spy over there. Alright, the arm of the Father. The Enigma Cortex are white with the signs of a walking citadel and was known as Alexander, a self-sufficient bastion for logic and reason, and a beacon for knowledge for a world adrift. We say the treasure hunter Mide Illuminati dreamed a century-old dream, and so doing gave form to their plan. Yet no matter how beautiful and ideal the relative fanatics with such power would tarnish and bleed. I'm level 170. Let's go. Well, that was quick. I instantly joined a group. Cutscene. Place looks pretty cool. Is that like a giant generator? The arm of Papa Alexander. Alright. balls are falling from the top. It's like a ball thing. Oh, I like this music. That's epic music, that's for sure. Oh, living liquid, I see what you mean. I guess that's basically like crosswind or something like that. Yeah, it makes sense. He's basically like chaos from Sonic Adventure. GG. That was a fun boss. sure. I don't know. That was a pretty fun battle. We found it. Good. Now it's a missing piece with Lamadi. Copy did well indeed. Why is there a cat following you guys? I feel like the cat is the real villain. This is how you treat those who please you. Cactuar now is a real realm of chaos, broken machine with too many parts. Lamadi plan needs one thing, missing piece to bring world order. Give world harmony, make world perfect. What of those who don't fit your vision of perfection? How many must die to pay for your utopia? Don't you see? Use him in a goddamn primal. Devour the Aether of every land you visit until Heidel and everything on it is dead. Inside Fortress Lamadi, chosen will live on. If inferior on outside die for progress, so be it. This is the cost of seeking knowings. Hells take you in your damn seeking. Unwise planters find happiness in Lamadi rule. Unwise planters utopia does not need. So it's obey or die then, huh? The whole concept is grotesque. No, Sid, like the rest of the ideas set out in the Onima cortex, Alexander is wonderful in itself, perfect even, but in the rush to realize its ideals, even the best of us can be led astray. Oh, once upon a time, these Lamadi were starry-eyed philosophers, is that it? And it was only after they got their hands on your perfect bloody codex that they turned into vicious killers. Tell me, was there any passage in particular that convinced them to abandon their last shred of empathy? Well, I cannot speak for the precise context of the codex, not anymore, but I haven't forgotten everything I read. I think I can stop the core, but if you can get me close enough. You think you can, or you know you can? And what of its location? It's somewhere in the trunk. How close we are to that, I can't say. Rundrock can say 2 paces of Rundrocks are 1 yalm, so by count of Rundrocks, chest of Rurlikon giant is only a little further. Ah, clever. You've been measuring how far we've come from the start. Alright, I propose we withdraw for the time being. I don't know what will happen when we breach the core, but I do know that we'll be better equipped to deal with it if we're well rested and ready for anything. All should be well enough. Let's talk to Mide. No one should have the power to choose who lives and who dies. The idea is too vile, too insidious to be left unchallenged. We have to act. If we don't, Alexander will awaken and the Umati will be unstoppable. Making a mistake is now or never. Yeah. It has a slightly impatient air about it. I think I have the knowledge required to shut down the giant's core, but if I'm to reach it, I'll need you to lend me your strength. Oh really? The Umati's latest mission is, well, let's just say it's unsuitable for polite company. I should be much obliged if you teach those pretty mountain savages some manners. Alright, so they're basically insulting us, huh? Okay, we'll make them pay. Are you ready, Mayday? Wedge said they were insulting us on the radio message. So I think we should hurry up there. What the heck is happening over here? Oh god, are they attacking us? Oh shit, they're being attacked. Hit them, double jump. Always hold it tight. Defend the base, defend the base. Defend the base, don't fall. More of them, are you kidding me? How many of them are there? Holy crap. Fail protecting the box. They failed. We'll try that next time, I guess. That's fine. That's the thing. Some fates you need a certain amount of players to even do it, or else it's practically impossible. Some fates can be done by only one player, but some of them you need an entire party, or else it's practically impossible. Let's do the next one. The Madi would see the lofty ideals of the Anima cultus turns into warped elitism, and how the Prime would play host to their chosen few. From within its walls, they would control the world with cold logic, crush a position with a fist of iron. With your eyes open to the goblin scholar's true ambition, past the pumping pistons and the grinding process, can you your problems destroy the core? Yeah, we can. We'll do it, don't worry. Yeah, I'm level still 170 and it should be easy enough. Just gotta wait. Let's go. Full party. Let's join that party. The burden of the father. Alexander. We're on top of the platform, interesting. Right, 4 light, alright. Okay, so it's all our first time except that there's a bunny guy. I'm a bunny guy. It's easy. It's easy, you say. We're gonna get wrecked. You're saying it's easy, but we're all gonna get wrecked. Music is dope. Shut up. How did I die? Is that just a one shot? That's probably just a one shot. I respawned right inside of DOE. Oh, at least he's dead now. Sins of the Father won. That was epic. That was epic. Epic transaction. Duty complete. Epic. That was epic. That was epic. Alright, let's go. Let's go talk back to Sid. Core yes complete. Yep. We're here, and none of the worse for wear. So if you need another pair of hands, just say the word. So this is the heart of the machine, eh? I knew I should have brought a bigger hammer. Not that I'll be needing it, of course. It's not right, Mint. Mati are here. Upgrade their knowings the brain case is unwise. The quick disbelieved. Perhaps quick things judge too quickly. Perhaps Mati should study Flanders. It is before eyes of Gabi is good. Do not fail. Nadi have no use for failing Gabis. End of Gabis. Long wanderings is close. Something isn't right. Something isn't right. The way Quentin spoke, you'd think he'd had won. He didn't seem too bothered, that's for sure. Do you think he might have planned for us stopping Alexander's corps? What was it the chief said again about modifying the way that they needed to complete their plan? Something along the lines of the missing peak, I thought. What of Quintix honor guard? The two dots who'd have ever at his side, why aren't they there? Must surely have known we were coming. What could be more important than protecting their leader? You don't think he sent them to Edelshire, do you? While our backs were turned, like? That would be... come on. Exit? Alright. Our groups. How are things doing? Giant lost his power, Thunder will succeed. Never mind that, I want to come, is Edelshire safe? Well, let me know. Yes, we know when they come to take stuff I've got before. It was chaos, but suddenly we would take only junk out dwarf jingly shine. Came barging and ready to start a war, being scampered with a handful of bleeding junk? Hold on a minute. Where were they last seen? Turned extinct near the shortstop? Andrex, come on. Go and find the cheat. He'll know what to do. Rick grows anxious for lack of tidings. The planters have gone too far, too long for comfort of Ribix. Shortstop, his place of clashings with Mati are up to no good. Maybe using confusion to follow things. Uplander must go and see, make sure all is well. Alright, let's go back. Is everything else what we found? They haven't come back, have they? Oh, they're gone, and everyone seems to be fine physically at least. But run rocks. Gone. All gone. Poor thing, the money took everything. I'm just glad she was off collecting trinkets with Bactress when they came. Are there things that might have happened had she been here? Come, little one, dry your tears. What? Chief unconscious, we found him work here near the edge of town, not far from their treasure around rocks. There, thanks. Flander bring treasure home. Thanks to Flander, many thanks. It was old Big's little one. He had a feeling a few soldiers might be lurking around waiting to ambush. This is what we stumbled onto when we went to look. Why did Lonati take Roderick's collection in the first place? Shows you that can't have been their goal. I wouldn't be so sure where yes, instead of money, believed something they wanted was hidden amongst Roderick's pile of trinkets. Rather than waste time sorting through them, they decided to take the lot. But when they subsequently realized they didn't have what they were looking for, they crept back into town and wait for a chance to seize whatever it was they actually wanted. What if bad gobbies want most favorite treasures of Round Rocks, one that is safe with Outlanders? I mean, the glowstone in the patio's borrowed, but of course, it's been sitting in the decoding machine all along. Yes, Round Rock would be sad without pretty glowstone. It is a special treasure from near Old Castle. Thirsty one that was left by Uplanders from before. Wait, what do you mean before? Round Rocks, were you near the Charleon ruins when the metal giant first appeared? Yes, Round Rocks saw a burly car giant stand there 3 years ago. It was only for a little bit, and big gobbies do not believe Round Rocks. 3 years ago, when someone tried and failed to summon the Primal. Fragment of the Codex, of all places in the realm. Only a fragment of the original? So that crystal must be Ilnati's missing piece. We may have stopped the primals and taken their prize, but our foes are about to admit defeat. They'll be back and are out for blood like as not. Yes. But we've got you, and I'm sure you'll be ready for the onslaught when it comes. I want to suggest you make merry then. Yes, thank you, Sid. Many friends, worry who take a route across the Plunder's one. Or the tanks kind of lander. You chime in as well. Randra's home needed protection and you provided. Not many would do that. Certainly not in the face of a primal. You have my tanks. Midi, help Paradox too. Outlanders have good hearts, and kind. Only so many of us, Makina Pretty, my dear. We have to stick together, don't we? You really always like early cons and bitty bobs. Not like you, Andros. My love, he adored things, inventing and building and tinkering with them. Really always touches heart when remembering. Do I? Well, I suppose I do. Those times were something else, little one. My friends and I were lost in our dream. We taught to put back the pieces of a broken world of logic, reason, and technology. And we were certain we could do it too. I hadn't much skill of thinking of things, but I helped in a small way. Now all it seems so far away. Even the memories feel like I dreamed them rather than lived them. Well, enough of that. Rodrox, we're heading to your kindness, so keep an eye on our ground. Next we meet, will you? Rodrox seeks a loyal friend to entrust with an important task. The rest stinks long and hard, and that's very precious glowstone. This river's treasure of round rocks, but glowstone is also what Mediator seeks all this time. For now, we're talking this treasure to Uplander. Give to Media at the next meeting. Even Enos Gobies dare not try to take glowstone from mighty Uplander. True, it'd be safer for me to hold it. Does not know where Media is now, but she's often gazes out on the early coast. Thank you, Robots. And I'll be continuing this next time on Final Fantasy XIV.